Okay, can somebody in the chat confirm that they can actually see and hear me? That would be good. Just want to make sure that before I get too deep into this stream that the audio is actually coming through. There isn't any music, by the way. Okay, thank you, Smuggy Bear. Thanks. I see and hear you. Okay, I can't talk too loud because it's 6 a.m. here in Japan, just gone, and I don't want to wake up my neighbours. So I hope you're all doing really well. Thanks for joining me this evening. Well, it's evening for you, but it isn't for me. So, okay, I'll keep an eye on the chat as much as I possibly can. And if any of the levels don't sound good during the stream, just let me know, and hopefully I'll spot it. But yeah, I hope you're all doing really well. Thanks for joining me. Like I say, I haven't streamed for a very long time, so I'm very much out of practice if I ever was. So yeah, not the most, like you see with some of these streamers, they're extremely professional with it. This morning is not going to be very professional. Anyway, nice to see you, Kev G. That's a name I haven't seen pop up for a while. I hope you're doing really well. Really good to see you, Jason, as well. And Vivi Gal, thank you. And also Phil, thanks for joining me. So, before I introduce some special guests, I will just quickly outline what I'm going to do this morning, stroke evening, afternoon, depending where you are in the world. Just going to play some games, probably for a couple of hours or so. And the whole idea is to raise, hopefully, a little bit of money for a charity known as Force Cancer Care, which is based in the southwest of England, in Exeter. And they help people that are going through cancer, as well as those affected by it, such as family and friends and so forth, and provide many of the additional services that are very much necessary, but aren't sort of core sort of NHS services, shall we say. So they do a hell of a lot of great work. Obviously, in the past, my family has made great use of them 10 or so years ago, and unfortunately very much are again 10 years or so later. We'll go into that a little bit after this. So if all's good, I'll crack on. If somebody could just flag up that they heard all of that okay, loud and clear, that would be great. I still know how to mute the microphone. Okay, all good, says Phil. Great. Well, I'm not sure how many people are viewing. It says 13 at the moment. That's really good. Wow, wonderful. So, rather than me introduce the stream, I wanted to introduce some. I don't know how to describe them really. It was a bit weird describing as good friends. But I asked. I didn't do anything. I made it. So weird talking about stuff like this, but it'll make sense in a minute. Okay, I'm just adjusting the lights here a little bit. I've made something, but just for the sake of the argument, let's just imagine that these are real, and they're going to introduce the stream. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce the stream properly. So see you in a moment.
Welcome back to a rubbish heap. Not the rubbish heap, which is my channel, but a rubbish heap by the name of Vix in Japan. Looking at this channel to review it, I can honestly say that what on earth is this all about? It seems to be the machinations of some mad woman that can't make up her mind, because 1 minute she seems to be living in a van, and sometimes she's talking about old video games like me, but then spends 50 minutes talking about it. It was about as interesting as watching a repeat of Bargain Hunt or Homes Under the Hammer. In other words, a real dullard. And going by the standard of her Japanese, nearly incomprehensible both to non-Japanese speakers and speakers alike. I have to give this channel 1 star out of 5, or poor on the rubbish heap rating scheme. Or I would. Then I noticed she's also a skater, and us skaters stick up for each other. So I decided that the Vix in Japan channel deserves 2 stars, or fair, on the rubbish heap scale. I think it would be unfair to rate it as good, as I've listened to some of it. Anyway, jokes aside, welcome to this charity fundraising scheme on the Vix in Japan channel. I'm Sucky, and I'm not alone tonight because my good buddies are here too.
Hey folks, yeah, I'm Hisao. As this stream is in aid of charity and one that I know is close to many hearts, I really wanted to help out.
And I'm Kaito. I'd love to say that I'm wearing this dopey hat to raise money for the charity, but actually I just won it at a game centre the other month.
I don't think I've seen you out of it since. Anyway, today's stream is all in aid of raising some much-needed funds for the Force Cancer charity based in Exeter, Devon in England. They help people go through cancer as well as support their families with much-needed help, such as counselling, physiotherapy, massages, wig fitting, advice clinics, and also help fund research and cancer treatment-related equipment, and so much more. And cancer really is a bitch.
Sure is, Saki. Most of us will know someone who has been through cancer or is going through it, and during these times there is so much more support needed than just medical care, and this is a charity that I know is dear to our hearts.
And that's exactly why we're helping out Vix tonight, because recently, unfortunately, her mum was diagnosed for the 3rd time with cancer. And sadly, this time, it's stage 4, otherwise known as terminal cancer. With her mum and the family having used Force's services for both in the past and again this time around. That's why she wants us to help, as she tries to raise a bit of money for their invaluable work.
I hope through playing some awesome retro video games live from Japan, we can raise a few pennies for this charity.
Kaito, but we're not playing the games.
Huh?
Nope, we're just here to introduce the stream. Vix is going to play them instead.
But I brought these 5 bangers from Konami to enjoy.
And I dug out 5 awesome games from Capcom to play.
No can do, boys. We're in for a quiet night in.
Oh, well, that sucks.
Hey, I've got an idea, guys.
What's that?
Well, why don't we do a Christmas special over on the Real Rubbish Heap channel and put out a Capcom vs Konami episode over there?
Oh my god, that is such a sick idea.
Rad, Hisso. So I can do the Konami games.
I'll do the Capcom games.
And I can do fitness.
No, Saki, I've got a much better idea than that. You judge each category after listening to our opinions and decide which is best, the Capcom or the Konami title in each genre.
You're right, that is even better than fitness.
I'm confused.
Oh, Kaito, don't worry. Just play the games and give us your opinions, dude.
The other week, he thought a bloody dragonfly was a mini helicopter.
To be fair...
No, Kaito, what was said was said.
Anyway, let's get on with it whilst this stream is underway, and we can put out the Capcom vs Konami video out on the Rubbish Heap channel next week on Friday, December 20th. I'm sure there will be a link in the video description to us.
Rad! Anyway, Mina, we really hope you enjoy tonight's stream from Vix in Japan, and we hope that together we can raise some money for a very worthwhile cause, whilst enjoying some games played live on the Sega Saturn, Game Boy, Super Famicom, PC Engine, and much more besides. Anyway, donate and all of that shit. The links are in the description to the Just Giving charity fundraising page. Bye for now.
Hopefully that all came out nice and clear. So today is very much about trying to raise just a few funds for Force. It's actually been amazing because before the stream even started, I'd already actually broken the target. I just wanted to raise about £100 because I know that will make a big difference. But already, pretty much this week, I had some donations right off the bat, which was incredible. Just to sort of read out the names of those that have already donated. Chris G donated £20. Thank you so much. Matt, the same as well. Thank you so much. And Johnny T donated Australian $50. Obviously, he writes in his message that his mum was affected by cancer, which is very sad. And Graham as well, thank you so much with the generous £100, which is just beyond belief. That is amazing, Graham. We had such a great time when you visited for the day, when you came down to Nagoya. But thank you so much for that. That's really way more than I could ask for. And Dasley as well, thank you so much for the £20 donation. So we've already made £186. That's amazing. So if you're able to, don't feel that you have to. But if you are able to and you want to, drop in a couple of pounds or dollars or whatever it might be via the links in the video description or stream description. And it goes directly through the Just Giving page. And that goes then directly onto Force Cancer Care. So, I'm not involved in any of it, which is great as far as I'm concerned. The less I've got to do with it, the better. So all being well, if somebody in the chat can just confirm that they heard all of that, we'll get going, I think. So wow, I just refreshed the donations page. Oh my God, £304 already. Well, you're all amazing. Thank you. That's incredible. I didn't think we'd make that much. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Okay. I know that my three characters I introduced what really motivated me to do today's stream. I think I might have written it in the stream description, and obviously I know a lot of people don't read all of that because it's quite long, but I do it because it might get picked up by YouTube. But my mum has been through cancer, I suppose 3 times, including on this occasion. The most recent time was about 10 years ago. And it was pretty tough going, but this year her health hasn't been that great, and I don't want to dwell on this too much because it's a bit upsetting, and I want to get on with just playing some games really. But yeah, what really motivated me to do the stream today was at the very end of September. I got a phone call from my dad, which I'd been half expecting for a while. As I say, my mum's health hasn't been great. saying that she had been finally admitted into hospital, which had been a bit of a struggle. But she had been admitted, and through that they discovered that the breast cancer that she had 10 or so years ago had metastasized, I hope I'm saying that right, but transformed essentially into cancer in other parts of the body, and had affected her part of her liver, lungs, spleen, and most importantly at the time, the spine. There was a growth near the spine which was causing her a lot of pain. Thankfully, some radiotherapy that they were able to do pretty much immediately has reduced the size of that growth, which has obviously taken the immediate risk away. But unfortunately, the cancer has spread to her bones and is pretty much all over when it comes to that side of things, and therefore is considered a stage 4 cancer. I did speak to her last night for me, and she's okay, but she has been struggling a lot, adapting to the new medication, a lot of nausea and sickness, but she is hopeful that having started a new anti-nausea drug this week, that maybe her appetite might come back, because she has lost quite a lot of weight. So that's basically my major motivation for doing this. 10 or so years ago, I didn't have the public forum to do this. I did do a bit of charity for force at the time, but that was sort of like where I used to work, where you would send a like you used to do at school with the A4 sheet of paper, and people would say they'll donate 50p if you run for 25 minutes or whatever it might be, and sign their name on a bit of paper. So it was like a docket that went round. So, but now obviously I have the opportunity to do it on a much wider scale. I just basically want to turn what has been a bit of a blow, to say the least, into something that can be, not to use a pun, but a force for good. So I just hope that, through what we can do together, that we can make a little bit of a difference to people's lives. And, and that's one thing that I'm incredibly proud of in the UK, that we do have very much a culture of charity and donation and helping, which is not something you see in a lot of other countries. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I will keep up with the donations during the stream. Just going to give a few shout outs here. So thank you so much for joining. Rory, it's been a while. I hope you're okay. Mike, really great to see you here. Thank you. And thank you for your donation. I'll catch up with that in a bit. And Phil as well, thank you. Long time no see. I hope you're doing really well. I'm really... Well, it's just great to see you here, and thank you for what you've put into the kitty. I'll recount that in a minute, because I'm going to crack on with some games. But yeah, thanks. You're going out for Christmas, are you, Roy? Okay, awesome. I will read all the messages properly after I've done the stream, if I'm honest. So, what should we play first? Well, I can't really show it because I'm just using my laptop webcam. Got Famicom, PlayStation, Game Boy via the Super Game Boy, Saturn, PC Engine, and I think that's it, or Super Famicom. So let's crack on. I'm going to start with, let's switch the scene. And let's go for some Sega Saturn. There we go. It helps if I actually switch the composite switch over. Oh, Kev, you lost your mum to cancer a year ago. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Thank you so much. That's incredibly kind. I know it's not easy. Yeah, my thoughts to yourself and all of the family. I'm really sorry about that. Okay, awesome. Let's go. So I've actually got the CD for this game. I'm going to play some Puzzle Bobble 3. I'm a bit out of practice, I'll be honest. So, apologies if I'm a bit crap at this one. But it is fun. So, hopefully you'll be able to hear the audio from this game soon as well. Of course, I'm only hearing in mono. Yoroshiku ne. The amount of times I get asked, "Oh, Biki-san, よろしくお願いします。英語で何ですか？何と言いますか?" You know, how do you say yoroshiku onegaishimasu in English? I'm just like, there's no real translation. It's got too many meanings. Okay, we'll just play the arcade to start with. And we'll go with Hitori Taisen or Hitori de Taisen. It's basically single player battle mode, and we'll go with Futsu normal. We'll just stick with standard. Yeah, so Puzzle Bobble's really awesome on the Saturn. There's different versions of it, but this is Puzzle Bobble 3. I think there was a 3X version as well, but I think this is one of the last ones that was released for the system, so... What are some of your favourite games on the Saturn? Let me know. Just to emphasise the fact that I am out of practice. I need the trainer on. There we go. Yellow, green. Don't tell me I'm going to lose the first round. Oh, that's a bit better. Oh, there you go. Ah! Oh no. I'm playing so bad. Okay. Oh, I did it. Yatta. Oh, quiz time. こっちのジャパンと呼ばれるこっちの勝利はoh, it went before I managed to read it all. It's not interactive anyway. I think they're just stills. Oh, that's a bit better. Ooh. If I can keep playing like that, that might actually be quite decent. Quite enjoyable to watch somebody actually play a game properly. Can't promise much of that tonight, especially as I've got Super Ghouls and Ghosts down there. Oh, that's not bad. Green, yellow. Orange. Oh no! Damn it! Oh dear, this is terrible. I spoke too soon. Sorry about this, everybody. This is terrible gameplay. Oh, I actually did it by default, so... Do I have a cold? Asked Swish. I have been sick actually in the last couple of weeks, which is why I've got a really quite husky voice at the moment, so... Trippy Cam, is that a Saturn game? Or is my camera trippy? I don't know that one if that's a Saturn game. Actually, that's the game I should have got ready for the stream, is that one for the PC Engine where you got to take all those photographs and stuff for your editor. I forget the name of it. Oh, that was actually quite decent. That wasn't. Yeah. Okay. Okay, blue. Oh no. Ah. Uh-oh. This is getting a bit dangerous. Ah! Oh no. Oh damn it. Ah. Ah, every colour but. Oh no. This is not looking good, folks. Ah. I've become squished by the edges of my camera. Oh, so I have. I don't know how to change that. Let's just do that a bit. Oh. Yeah. Like I say, I'm a little bit out of practice with streaming, sorry. Yeah, I don't know how to fix that. It seems to be locked to a bit of a strange aspect ratio. That's a little bit better. Okay. We'll give that another shot. Game over. I need to get the Sharp X68000 Mini, says Dasley. Thanks for your donation, dude. Yeah, me and the Sharp X68000. I think it's a very interesting system. I was listening to Pixel Gaiden, really good podcast that my good friend Tim is part of. But I recently sent a question in to them, because I support them on Patreon, about if they came to Japan, what system would they buy? And I think it was Eric that said that the X68000 would interest him because he sees it as like a, you know, them trying to figure out early PC gaming kind of thing, which I thought was a really interesting comment. So, but yeah, I have a lot of respect for the PC and X68000. Sorry, but yeah, I'm not sure it's a system that I would get too deep into personally, but you never know. That's a pretty good question. I wonder what they actually do call it properly in Japan, because I always just say X68000. X and Roku Hachi 000. Rokuman Hasen? That doesn't make, well, it does make sense, but that'd be a bit weird. Which is how you say 68,000 in Japanese, in case you're wondering. But my guess is probably they'd say Roku Hachi 00. I mean, after all, when we're describing the processor, we will sometimes say 68030 kind of thing, so it's probably a bit similar. Oh no, probably a bit similar. I'm so out of practice with this. There we go. Yeah, OBS is tricky, that's for sure. Yeah, hey 8-bit joystick. Thanks for joining. Yeah, these are just Darjeeling. That's right, yes, that's what you call black tea in Japanese. What should I do? Yellow's next. Oh, that's about the best shot you're going to see in this whole game, and I've just stuffed it up. Okay. Sorry, I'm not. There you go. 8-bit joystick says, what's interesting, seeing how many early Famicom games were versions of Western computer games like Ultima, Load Runner and Choplifter. It's really true, actually, yeah. Yeah, Load Runner wasn't the first, but it was almost the very first third-party game for the Famicom, wasn't it? Remade by Hudson, but they had made the Japanese home computer ports of it, hadn't they, before, so... Yeah, that's a really good point. I've got a really interesting version of Load Runner for the Super Famicom, actually, which I want to get on the rubbish heap at some point, so... which very few people have talked about. And it's pretty good. Oh, no. Doうしようかな。そうこですね。間に、よし。行くぞ。Okay, we're getting there. 紫、よし。Yeah, so... Yeah, it's a really good point. I've never really given it much thought. If you enjoy your Famicom stuff, I really recommend you probably already know about it, but I really recommend you check out a channel called RND Stranger. He's been documenting the Famicom library for the last 4 or so years now, and last year he finished up his complete Famicom documentation, and this year he's been doing a Famicom disk system, so really interesting. Swish says Kyukyoku Senki Gladiva for the X68000 has really nice music. Just a little demo project, not a full game. Yeah, I don't know that at all. Mahjong. Title Mahjong. Okay. Pon? Can't be wrong already. Nuts and Milk. That's right, that was the first third-party game, and I was almost going to play that for the stream, but I decided to go with another one, so... which is in the same vein. Jason, yeah. PC Engine, it's coming. It is coming. On the rubbish heap, that is. Oh, damn it. It's taken me a while to get round to it, but... what am I doing? There we go, that's better. Try and get it in there. No. Okay, blue, green. Yes, that's better. Oh no. Oh no. Orangey. No. Yeah, he is on the year of the Famicom disk system. Yeah, I assumed with the knowledge that you're sharing in the chat that you must know of his channel. So, but those of you who don't, go and check out his channel. He's really, really interesting. And he covers a lot of stuff that people just don't really talk about in gaming as well. And obviously, as I live in Japan, hearing somebody else talking about the Japanese gaming scene is really, really awesome. I do watch quite a bit of Japanese gamers, but as well, but sometimes I obviously enjoy listening to opinions from outside of Japan as well, see whether they correlate with the impressions I've made. So yeah, playing a little bit better this round, but should have shot it straight forward. Oh no, getting a bit giddy da. Yeah. Was it? Ash. No. Oh no. This is not going well. Oh, typical. Oh, God. Oh, no. You really like my game corner, thank you. Yeah, it's a little bit of a mess at the moment because I've got wires everywhere to make all of this work. Because it's not too bad, but it's just I've got a pile of games over here to, readily available. Yeah, 8-bit joystick, Jeremy Parish. Yeah, you've basically named one of my favourite people. I don't like to describe them as YouTube. Game over. Okay, well, that was a bit of fun. So I'm just going to switch to webcam, just very briefly. We'll come back to something else in a minute on the Saturn. We will do each system in order. I don't really like to just call them YouTubers because they are they're making really quality programs or documentaries about all sorts of stuff, and so. Yeah, but Jeremy Parish, R&D Stranger, Happy Console Gamer is another of my favourites, GameSack. Those are the 4 channels I probably watch the most often. Sega Lord X, I guess. Those kinds of channels, yeah, I enjoy them. And Swish asks, do I ever use my CRT for anything other than games? No, not really. I don't have like a DAB or digital TV to analog converter, so yeah, it's just purely for games. I could get one of those HDMI to composite adapters and display my, pixel art or something on the TV, but it's just used for video games. 8-bit joystick says, now that YouTube has auto-translate and soon auto-dub, I would love some recommendation for retro game YouTubers in Japan to check out. That's a really good point. That's a good idea. Okay, I'll make a note of that, and I'm sure I can put something together in the new year. That's a really good idea, thank you. I'll like the total now, says Rory. What's the total now? Or what is total now? Sorry. 8-bit joystick says that he met Johnny, Happy Console Gamer, at PGRE. Is that the Portland Retro Gaming Expo? Anime, great for watching Showa anime. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Hadn't really thought of that. It's not connected at the moment. I only got this TV about a year and a half ago. You'll like the total now, by the way. I spent too much time in Japan. Sorry, my ego wa chotto wakari nikui yo. It's hard to understand English. Sorry, I'll check it in just a moment, okay? Oh my god. Oh, I'm a bit worried now. I've got a PS2 up there, and I do have some, just a handful of DVDs, of anime, Urusei Yatsura, some Evangelion stuff, and also some Makoto Shinkai stuff, like, I forget what I've actually got up there now, but I should plug it in and watch them on the TV. Thank you, that's a great suggestion. Okay, so let's check the total. Oh my god. No way. £450? That's amazing. Oh, guys. That's incredible. Show more. Hopefully let's see who. So let's go. So yeah, thank you, Mike, for the $45. That is amazing. Thank you so much. That's going to make a big difference. And Smuggy Bear also with the £20. That's incredibly kind. Thank you. Jason, a Merry Christmas to you and all the family as well. I hope Ireland is treating you well. Probably quite cold, I'd imagine. £50, that's amazing. Oh, €50, sorry. Wow, that's incredible, thank you. Thank you to Vivi Cow as well. I hope I'm pronouncing your handle correctly there. That's whatever you've donated, it is deeply appreciated. And Anonymous as well, thank you. You know who you are. And oh my God, Rory. No way. Dude. That is way more generous than you needed to be. £96. Crikey. That's amazing. Thank you. And especially at this time of year as well. Oh man, the world is not an easy place to live in right now, is it? And I know how, tough budgeting and so forth can be at Christmas and New Year. So the fact that you're giving so generously, all of you, thank you. Thank you so much. And Kev as well with the £20 there, thank you. That's amazing, thank you so much. Anonymous there with £10, thank you. That's way more generous than you need to be. And another anonymous donation there with £20. That's incredible. So yeah. Oh my gosh. I had no idea that we was going to raise this kind of money. Thank you so much, folks. Kev says, I have another Amiga game for you soon. In the process of converting Crazy Balloon from Title. Should be done in a couple of weeks. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't played a lot of Amiga stuff lately. Maybe I'll look at that soon. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, you know my feelings on social media. I made a video about that a couple of years or so ago. Not everybody's cup of tea, that style of video, but yeah, I agree. I don't really participate anymore in it, so my good friend Tim has been suggesting I get on Blue Sky, but yeah, I think I'm okay with being a bit out the loop, to be honest with you. 8-bit joystick asks, do I like the Showa Urusei Yatsura or the Reiwa Show, the modern remake? I probably prefer the original. Nothing wrong with the modern remake. I just think it's that dastardly word, nostalgia. Rory, don't worry about the Patreon. As and when, it's not going away. It's, as I used to say on these streams, it's subscription, not conscription. It's freezing in Ireland, and you'll be more than welcome. More than welcome. Thank you. Okay, let's play something else. I'll play something else on the Saturn. I've forgotten the key presses required for the 60 FPS mode in this, but it's still pretty good at 30 FPS. We'll just leave it on the defaults. Splash wave, magical sound shower. Gotta love a bit of Outrun. This is where I go completely silent on stream because I'm concentrating. Oh no. I'll catch up with the stream stuff in a minute, folks, so we'll go right here. Might not take the most difficult path, but we'll take a little jaunt down through the middle, hopefully. Ah! I'm not used to talking whilst I'm playing games, so I'm used to just concentrating on the game. But yeah, this conversion for the Saturn is just brilliant, so... Actually, that reminds me, I was going to play this on the PC Engine. We'll play this once on the Saturn, then we'll switch over to the PC Engine, so... Ah! Which way should we go? We'll go left here. We'll go straight down the middle, shall we? Get out of the way. Oh, I like this stage. It reminds me of driving through Nagano for some reason. Nagano is a very central prefecture of Japan, for those who don't know. It's incredibly beautiful. It's very mountainous, very cold in winter. But it does remind me very much, and they do call part of the mountainous region of Nagano the Japanese Alps, and it does to some extent remind me of the Alps. So that's the European Alps, of course. Ah! Enjoyed my time driving through there, and also I visited Nagano City. That's where the 1998 Winter Olympics were held, actually. Oh, I've gone left here. Should have gone right, never mind. Oh, we're doing perfect. Well, it is set to very slack time limits by default, so that's good enough. Ah! Oh no. Phil says he's seen worse drivers in real life. Yeah. I see one in my rear view mirror all the time. I mean the reflection, not actually what's behind me. Ah. 41 seconds. Should still be fine though. This fits the season perfectly at the moment, so those autumnal looking trees. Ah. Okay, we'll go right here. Where are we now? Wiltshire? Oh. Oh, this section's quite easy, I think, if I remember rightly. Don't want to speak too soon. Oh, shit. Get out of the way, bloody BMW drivers. Oh, 6 seconds. Oh no, we're not going to make this, are we? Oh no. That's... Go out with a bang. We got reasonably close, but yeah. We was almost there as well. Okay, so we'll give it one more go on here, and then we'll switch over to the PC Engine version. What should we go for? Let's go with Splash Wave this time. Yeah, how many 20p's did Outrun cost you in the arcade? Too many. Is there such a thing as too much Outrun? Let's see if we can actually finish it this time. Try and concentrate without jabbering too much. No! Messed up at the very beginning, that's no good. Oh, shit, I'm not playing pro at all, am I? This is terrible. I'm usually much better than this, but that's what they all say, isn't it?
Checkpoint.
Let's see if we can make some headway. Ah, what am I doing? I'm probably using the brakes too much to the truth known, but you lose so much time if you actually career off the road, so... So I change gear. Just about, but oh no. Eh? What happened there? Strange. Ah! Oh no. Oh dear, I'm playing so bad. Game over. Okay, well that's Sega Saturn done with for today. Let's move over on to Outrun on the PC Engine. So, I think it was. Let's just go back a bit. Swish asked about the story of how I got this TV. I found it in hard off. It's really quite simple. Yeah, they're playing the actual Hue card. It's one of the very few PC Engine games that I actually do own the physical of. This was a story in itself and will be appearing on the channel at some point. Yeah, on one of my bargain pickups. Okay, let's switch over to PC Engine. There we go. Ooh, bit jumpy, isn't it? Cable's just a bit loose at the back, I think. Hasn't been used for a while. There you go, that's better. There we are. Oh, that's really stretched. Oh well, it'll do. That's the problem, because all of these systems output slightly different aspect ratios. And, yeah, it's a bit tricky, isn't it? Yeah, the story of the TV. Basically, about 45 minutes from here, there's a branch of hard off in Kashihara City in Nara, and I went in there one week. I can't remember if I bought anything on that occasion. I don't think I did. I think it was just passing and I just went in to look. But they had a whole stack of like portable TVs, and so they're pretty well priced, but I just ignored them because I was just like, nah, look, don't get too deep into it, because I try not to have too much stuff. Anyway, it nagged me all week. So the following weekend I went back and I actually picked one of them up, and it cost me 2,000 yen. So I guess with tax, 2,200. So I don't know what that is, but $15, something like that. $12 maybe. Yeah, Lord Rosen says, remember how fast this game is. Yeah, it is. It is very smooth on the Saturn, and even smoother with 60 FPS. Yeah, doesn't involve a guaranteed wreck. Yeah, I agree, 8-bit joystick. So let's start. Let's go with Magical Sound Shower. Just got to remember how to change gear in this version now. There we go. A little bit of a come down from the Saturn version, but if you don't play that version first, this version seems entirely smooth. But then I've had the experience of playing the Amiga version, so I've seen museum exhibits move faster than that. So that's the only thing with this version. It's dead easy to accidentally change gears. You just got to be careful not to push down. But otherwise, this is an amazing port. We'll go right, because that's what we played just a moment ago, so it'll give us some comparison. Yeah, not quite as many objects by the side of the road, is there? But there are some. Okay, we'll go left here. Try and take that straight path down the middle. Change down again, even I'm trying to do up and diagonals to steer, because it's so easy to change down in this version. I've done it again. Come on, go. Ah! Ooh, that was close. Go, 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 go. We'll go left again, just because what the heck. Oh no, 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 no. It's going to be close, that's for sure. Oh! Oh, we're not going to make it this time. Again. Oh. Oh, game over. Yeah, moving TVs without a car is a lot of work. You're right there. Thankfully, I have Roland, so... Oh dear. I'm at the bottom. Okay, let's just go back to the main camera for a moment, because I want to play other games than OutRun. And I think we'll play some Famicom next. I'm going to play some Binary Land, which is a really cute little one-screen game. Came out in 1985 and by Hudson. So, again, another remake of their earlier PC game output. So, I'm just going to take a small break as well, just to have some water and so forth. So I'm just going to replay the the Rubbish Heap Gang's introduction to this stream. I'm going to catch up with the chat in a minute, and we'll check the total. If it's not changed, that's all good with me. It doesn't matter. It's way more than what I expected it to be already. So I'll be back in a moment, and yeah, see you in a second.
Mina, welcome back to a Rubbish Heap. Not the Rubbish Heap, which is my channel, but a Rubbish Heap by the name of Vix in Japan. Looking at this channel to review it, I can honestly say that what on earth is this all about? It seems to be the machinations of some mad woman that can't make up her mind, because one minute she seems to be living in a van, and sometimes she's talking about old video games like me, but then spends 50 minutes talking about it. It was about as interesting as watching a repeat of Bargain Hunt or Homes Under the Hammer. In other words, a real dullard. And going by the standard of her Japanese, nearly incomprehensible both to non-Japanese speakers and speakers alike. I have to give this channel 1 star out of 5, or poor on the rubbish heap rating scheme. Or I would. Then I noticed she's also a skater, and us skaters stick up for each other, so I've decided that the Vixen Japan channel deserves 2 stars, or fair, on the rubbish heap scale. I think it would be unfair to rate it as good, as I've listened to some of it. Anyway, jokes aside, welcome to this charity fundraising scheme on the Vixen Japan channel. I'm Saki, and I'm not alone tonight because my good buddies are here too.
Hey folks, yeah, I'm Hisao. As this stream is in aid of charity and one that I know is close to many hearts, I really wanted to help out.
And I'm Kaito. I'd love to say that I'm wearing this dopey hat to raise money for the charity, but actually I just won it at a game centre the other month.
I don't think I've seen you out of it since. Anyway, today's stream is all in aid of raising some much-needed funds for the Force Cancer charity based in Exeter, Devon in England. They help people go through cancer as well as support their families with much-needed help, such as counselling, physiotherapy, massages, wig fitting, advice clinics, and also help fund research and cancer treatment-related equipment, and so much more. And cancer really is a bitch.
Sure is, Saki. Most of us will know someone who has been through cancer or is going through it, and during this times there is so much more support needed than just medical care, and this is a charity that I know is dear to our hearts.
And that's exactly why we're helping out Vix tonight, because recently, unfortunately, her mum was diagnosed for the 3rd time with cancer, and sadly this time, it's stage 4, otherwise known as terminal cancer. With her mum and the family having used Force's services for both in the past and again this time around. That's why she wants us to help, as she tries to raise a bit of money for their invaluable work.
I hope through playing some awesome retro video games live from Japan, we can raise a few pennies for this charity.
Kaito, but we're not playing the games.
Huh?
Nope, we're just here to introduce the stream. Vix is going to play them instead.
But I brought these 5 bangers from Konami to enjoy.
And I dug out 5 awesome games from Capcom to play.
No can do, boys. We're in for a quiet night in.
Oh, well, that sucks.
Hey, I've got an idea, guys.
What's that?
Well, why don't we do a Christmas special over on the Real Rubbish Heap channel and put out a Capcom vs Konami episode over there?
Oh my god, that is such a sick idea.
Rad, Hisao. So I can do the Konami games.
I'll do the Capcom games.
And I can do fitness.
No, Saki, I've got a much better idea than that. You judge each category after listening to our opinions and decide which is best, the Capcom or the Konami title in each genre.
You're right, that is even better than fitness.
I'm confused.
Oh, Kaito, don't worry. Just play the games and give us your opinions, dude.
The other week he thought a bloody dragonfly was a mini helicopter.
To be fair...
No, Kaito, what was said was said.
Anyway, let's get on with it whilst this stream is underway, and we can put out the Capcom vs Konami video out on the Rubbish Heap channel next week on Friday, December 20th. I'm sure there will be a link in the video description to us.
Rad! Anyway, Mina, we really hope you enjoy tonight's stream from Vixen Japan, and we hope that together we can raise some money for a very worthwhile cause, whilst enjoying some games played live on the Sega Saturn, Game Boy, Super Famicom, PC Engine, and much more besides. Anyway, donate and all of that shit. The links are in the description to the Just Giving charity fundraising page. Bye for now.
Okay. I'm back. Oh, got to put the microphone on. One moment, folks. Okay, sorry about that. Just needed to take a little bit of a break there. So yeah, the TV was indeed a score. Outrun, which I just played a little bit of on the PC Engine, I found at another second-hand store in Nara Prefecture for 2,750 yen, complete in box, which was amazing. Very rare to see PC Engine games well priced. Thanks, Edwin. Hope you're doing well. Long time no see. I'm doing okay. I'm speaking a little bit hushed because it's 7:15 here. I don't want to annoy my neighbours too much. Yeah, I'm okay. How are you? Shadow in the Void says that Binary Land is a fun oddity. Yes, it is. And 8-Bit Joystick says he or she loves, or they love, it's always difficult. You never know from somebody's handle, but yeah, they love Binary Land as well. Love collecting pink Famicom carts. Yeah, they do look pretty rad, don't they? So, I can see what you mean about this webcam. It seems to compress on this side, doesn't it? I don't know why it does that. It's weird. Yeah, it seems to be okay if I'm in the middle, but if I go over here, it goes really strange, doesn't it? Woo. Anyway, let's play some Binary Land using my AV Famicom. Okay, hope everything's good, so let's switch over. Get the right input, there we go. Okay, so we'll just play as Gurin. Ooh, just turn it down a bit for me. So there's a time limit in this game, and the idea is that you control your chosen character, in this case Gurin, but that reflects in the movements of your partner as well. The spider webs can trap you, and if one of the actual spiders gets you, then it can mean I can't remember. Do you lose a life? It's been about 6 months since I played this. Oh, and also there are some bonuses hidden in the blocks. So, there you go. So now, as you can see, Malon, which is the pink penguin, is trapped. And you can see how we move in opposite directions, so it can be quite tricky. I've done it again. Ooh. Yeah, I'm a little bit out of practice on this one. There we go, should do it now. If I walk all the way over here, and then to meet in the middle, get the hearts. So, hey Tim, hope you're doing well. No worries about being late, doesn't matter. Oh, that's right, it's a bonus round. I should have started immediately, but I don't think I'm going to do this. Let's go. Don't worry about the hearts, just get the bonus. Oh, might be okay actually. Get the whale. Ooh, 47 to go. Perfect. So yeah, this is a fun little game. It's got all of that early Famicom charm. Just saw the spider there. Oh, you was recording the podcast this morning. Wow, that is a long day. What time did you have to get up for that? 4? I forget, it's almost the 15th, isn't it? I only managed to listen to the most recent episode of Pixel Gaiden. When was that now? Last Saturday, I think it was. Last weekend, anyway. Ooh. I'm just trying to get... That's it. No. We did it, yes. 5 AM for a 6 AM start. I know the feeling. That's exactly what I've done this morning. But of course, obviously, I haven't been through the whole day yet. I got up at 5 AM to get ready for this stream. And started at just after 6. Okay, now. Okay, that should be just about right. Yeah, did it. So yeah, I recommend this game. It's not overly expensive. May spend about... can't remember what I paid now. I made a video about it, didn't I? I've forgotten. But it was a good price though. 700 yen or so. I've got 2 lives. Yeah, if you like single screen arcadey games, you'll have fun with this one. Faced the wrong way. You have to remember that your other character will move in the opposite directions, as it were. Yeah, this is a great little early game for the Famicom. And I think there is something to be said for this style of game, because it's something you can keep coming back to. Okay, yes, did it. Are the sound levels all still good, folks? Why am I getting held up here? Come on, that's it. No, I didn't want to do that. Oh no. Okay, should be okay now. There we are. Yeah, we was looking at the total not long ago. I'll check it after I lose my lives in this game. But yeah, we smashed it even before the start of the stream. Absolutely incredible. I've just so amazed at how generous everybody has been. It's so nice of everybody to, we'll just complete this, contribute so kindly. I just bowled over. I know it's going to do a lot of good, so yeah. That's right. After a certain point, a bird appears on the stage which will change which side of the screen your main character is on. So end. Okay, we'll just play one round of that. Because we've got lots of other stuff to play through, and I'm aiming to finish around about I should go the other way really. Why am I doing this? It's not going to be saved. There we go. I got to the best 5, so I think that makes me the very best at Binary Land. without question. Okay, let's switch over and let's check the total. So, let's refresh. Oh my god, 505. That's amazing. Thank you, Tim. That's very kind. Thank you so much for that. I definitely know that this is something that affects a lot of people. And I know that all of the charities can really, make a difference in all sorts of different ways. So that's really rad. Thank you so much, everybody. Hi, Chris. Thank you for your donation, by the way. I know you dropped in a really, really generous donation earlier on this week. Thank you so much for that. That was so kind. And hello, Remodified. Hope you're doing well. It wouldn't be a Pixel Vixen stream if we didn't play some Rainbow Islands, so I've got the PC Engine version here, so let's give that a shot. So I'm going to switch over to this. Turn the Famicom off. There we go. I need to clean this cartridge, really. Bear with. There we go. That's okay, isn't it? Oh, back to this one. I should have cleaned these cartridges. Oh dear. It was fine earlier on. It just needs a proper... Oh. There we go. That might be okay now. You was first. Yeah, I thought it was early on. Thank you, Jason. Merry Christmas to you and all the family, and Happy New Year to you as well. Thank you so much for your help and donation and all of your support this year. It's really meant the world to me. So, yeah, have a great rest of your evening, and I'm sure we'll speak soon. Take care. Okay, let's go. So this is Rainbow Islands on the Famicom, different to the version that was released in the West, because that was done by Graft Gold. It's pretty good. It's not exactly gonna beat out the PC Engine version, but I enjoy it. The only thing with this is because of the Famicom's slightly more limited colour palette, it's not always so easy to see what colour diamonds you've got, but when I actually do get a diamond, you'll see how it gets around that. Okay, get that. You can see in the top left there, it's now put an O. And that just basically means that I've collected that particular diamond, making the word rainbow, hopefully. Oh dear, I'm playing terrible. I think this could be quite a short game, Tim. I'm playing terribly. I'm usually a bit better than this. Okay, let's get the red diamond. Okay, get this. There we go. Managed to complete the first stage. What an accomplishment. There we go. Yes, you can pick up the use the rainbows to pick up objects from a distance. When I get the multiple rainbows, and I think this version only supports 2 of them, unlike the main version that allows 3 rainbows, arcade version or other ports. But yes, once you get a couple of rainbows, you can It's so catchy, that. There you go. That's the only thing sometimes on this version, because it splits up the stages into distinct sections. It sort of snaps the scrolling, which means that you sometimes lose your opportunity to get the power-ups. Oh, there you go, that will give me the couple of rainbows. There we are. Lord Rosen says, used to play the Sega Master System version. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever played that. Yeah, it was a different version in the West, I think. Sanzian? Tim? Feels weird calling you Sanzian. Whereas I have a feeling the North American version was also the same as the Japanese version, but I might be wrong on that. But yeah, this was the version they got in Japan. So this was done by Disco on behalf of Taito. So it's a little bit different. So it actually has, I believe, the hidden worlds that Ghouls missed out on, because they didn't realise that the arcade machine had them until they played through the game and thought, oh my god, there's actually more stages, but there wasn't enough time to implement them. So I spoke to Andrew Braybrook about that a couple of years back, or more than that now, 4 or 5 years ago probably. Played a little bit better now, so yeah, I think this is still a interesting version, and I picked it up for quite a good price in Miyazaki this year. Just a loose cartridge. I would have liked to have bought the box version, but it's just a bit too much money. But I paid 1200 yen for this copy, which is as good as you're going to get, so it's not perfect. The label's a little faded, but not too badly, so yeah, it does look a bit weird on the Famicom with the colours, but you kind of get used to it after a while. It's not my preferred version, but I think it's just interesting. It plays as well as the Commodore 64 version. Do I prefer it over the C64 version? Oh, I don't know at the moment. Maybe. Just because it's a little bit more feature complete, but the C64 version is really good. And I've also got it for the Game Boy Color. That plays very similar to this version, actually. To this version. You're right, Tim. Ghouls did do a great job on their version. I know it's missing some content, but it's still very much worth playing. One of the best games on the Amiga. It's interesting though, I've heard quite a lot of people of late, shall we say, saying that they could never get on with this game. I'm trying to think who I'm thinking of. But maybe it was Cody, Tim, on the podcast. I seem to remember at some point you guys did a top 100 or top 50 arcade games, maybe? Is that right? And maybe Rainbow Islands was part of that, and I seem to vaguely remember Cody said that he could never get on with it. There we go. Chris doesn't get on much with it. Yeah, it's an acquired taste, maybe. I think it's because it is something that I have been playing pretty much since I started playing video games. And I have such strong memories associated with it. In fact, Tim, who's in the chat, Sansian, both of us, the only place we ever saw this arcade game was in a multiplex cinema in High Wycombe, which is one of the places that I played it, but actually I played it on the Amiga first. Not my Amiga, but a friend of the family's Amiga. So yeah. Ah! Oh, it was Cody and Eric that pounded on this game. I only remember it being Cody, but yeah. Yeah, they're wrong. Just get good. Which is something I should do, really, isn't it? I think we're going to be at the boss soon. I feel like we've missed the boss, but I haven't played this version for a while, and I know the stage... Oh, there we go. This is going to be tough, because I've only got one rainbow. Ah! Ah! Great collision detection there. Oh no! Bracknell, yeah, that wasn't far from where I used to live, Chris. I used to live down in Worthing, so I used to occasionally drive through Bracknell if I had to go up to that part of Berkshire or that kind of area. Was it the A322 or something like that? Oh, this is doubly hard because shit. I've got none of the power-ups, so I'm moving so slow. I'm better off just striking him like that. So there we go. Oh, you grew up in Wigan. Yeah, that is a way away. Oh, that's good news, Tim. I'm glad. このところにOkay. Yeah. バビは手に入れました。さてどうする？宝箱を開けるならOkay. Okay. Damn it. That'll do. Okay. Oh. I could really do with the speed up shoes, which I should get after getting this guy. Ooh. 3 lives left. We'll play this one to the end of this continue. And then we'll move on to something else. Might go on to the Super Famicom next. Ah, damn it. I paused it. I usually get a lot further in this game than... Ah! Spoke too soon. I usually get a lot further in this game, but... Yeah, not today, I don't think so. Oh, that was so close. Oh shit. Oh. I can't. Oh, game over. Okay, we'll move on to something else, because I'm only going to go for about another hour or so. There we go. Let's go back to full screen. Just catch up a little bit. Yeah, Lord Rosen, a lot of Famicom games are purely in hiragana or katakana because the resolution is just not enough to represent kanji, and also the storage space limitation. But there are a very small handful of Famicom games that do use some kanji, so anybody who's started or learnt or whatever Japanese will tell you, the minute you actually start learning kanji, you actually get quite a way into it, the more you dread getting walls of text in hiragana and katakana. At first you think like, oh no, it's got kanji, I can't read it. And then you start actually studying Japanese and you've soon come to realise how important kanji is for ease of reading. So, Blitzer, hello. Blitzer Blazing Noah. Bought a Japanese copy of Star Fox for the Super Famicom. Needs a bit of clean. What to recommend for cleaning the cart plastics? If you mean the cartridge itself, I mean, obviously if it's yellowed, it's yellowed, so there isn't a lot you can do about it. When it comes to marker pen, I haven't had a lot of luck removing that stuff. I've tried all sorts, but Magic Marker probably works the best on that. Sometimes dry wipe markers, when applied over the top of the permanent marker, can work. If it's just grubby, just a damp sort of, sponge, not too damp obviously, but and a little bit of rubbing alcohol. If you mean the contacts, then yeah, IPA is the best really. Chris asked, do I follow any of the YouTubers live streams that go game hunting in Japan? No. No, I don't personally. If somebody makes a video about it and compiles the experience down, and there's somebody that I enjoy watching, I might watch it. But I generally find a lot of it I don't really have time to watch if it's a live stream, because it can be quite long form, says me, who makes 50-minute long videos. Throwing stones in glass houses there. And obviously I see a lot of the stuff that they show on a fairly regular basis, so for me to see a box copy of, say, Super Mario Kart 64 is not exactly like, ooh, that's a great price, because I do see it quite often, and but that's not to discredit it, it's not really my thing, to be honest with you. It's one of the reasons why I don't really do a lot of videos myself on that theme. I just personally don't have a lot to say about it. I only do it if I can compile the experience down into a single episode. The PlayStation video that I did 4 months or so ago, 3 months ago, that was a good example of that, because it was a video I didn't plan, and it just occurred to me that there was a story I could tell for it. Not much of a story, I'd admit, but there was something that I could do that was just a little bit more distinctive about it, because I knew that I was going to be testing the PlayStations in hard off, and quite often on those streams, people don't often get the chance or the opportunity to use the test bench that a lot of these branches of hard off have, and I thought, well, it'd be quite useful to show the fact that you can quite often test stuff in hard off. Hey Spud, wow. Gosh, it's nice to see you. How are you doing? It's like the IRC days, isn't it? Gosh, that's a long time ago now, isn't it? 4 a.m. laundry. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen his channel. Yeah, I'm not so much into watching that stuff, like I say, I suppose. And also, I'll be perfectly honest, I do get a little bit put out by the slightly clickbaity nature of it. I know that's how you win at YouTube, and but I do get a little bit frustrated with that, because a lot of the stuff that is said doesn't actually reflect what I think, if I'm honest. Because I've been to most of the places that a lot of these people have been to as well. Not specifically to go retro game hunting, but just because I'm in the area travelling, and I think it falsely represents the reality a little bit. There are some amazing places, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I think sometimes things are a little bit misrepresented. I think the main thing that makes me say that is because obviously I earn in Japanese yen. I don't have a massive salary, so what may seem cheap when it's converted to dollars or pounds isn't actually that cheap if you're living and working here. So that obviously factors into whether I think something's a good price or not, obviously. And yeah, generally, like I say, I've been to a lot of these stores that are in, say, Kyushu, in Oita, in Kumamoto, in Kagoshima, in Miyazaki. And yeah, there are some good places, but they aren't that much cheaper than anywhere else, to be honest with you. Anyway, that's my controversial opinion for the day. So I'm not criticising, everybody's got their thing. That's all good. But I don't watch a lot of it because I don't go for clickbaity stuff. I'm not saying it is all clickbait, but yeah, I'm sort of yeah, I'm doing my avoid saying what I really think. So I'm sure he's a very good guy though, so I'm not criticising. I'm just saying that, please don't hire a car thinking that if you drive around Kyushu you're going to find everything for 100 yen that is 20,000 yen in Tokyo. You won't. So really enjoyed the hiking videos. Cool. That's awesome. Yeah, because I don't actually have any friends locally where I live now, that makes it a little hard, but maybe if I get the chance to move again, that might change. And Tim really enjoyed the skating videos. Thank you. It was a video that didn't do very well, unfortunately. I mean, I don't really care how many people watched, to be honest with you, but it was just a shame that a video that took me quite a few weeks to put together only racked in about 300 views, especially as it was something very dear to my heart. But the audience can decide what they want to watch, just as I was just saying about what I decide to watch. So that's just the way it goes. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. I did enjoy making the video. Yeah, not too bad, Spud. Not too controversial at all. Okay, well, that's me just keeping the peace, isn't it? So, yeah. Tim says, most places have been picked over and prices are going up. At the start of the year, I wasn't so sure about that. But yeah, I agree now. And what you'll also find, particularly in the area that I live almost in the middle of Kyoto, Osaka and Nagoya. So if you imagine like a triangle with Kyoto at the point and Osaka in the west and Nagoya in the east. And so what happens, the bigger game stores in those big cities will just drive out to second-hand stores themselves these days and just buy up stock. Because a lot of the places in Osaka, Nagoya, I don't know so much about Kyoto, but because I don't really go up there. But I have seen pictures of it. I mean, I went to Kyoto about 4 years ago, I think it was. Obviously, that was during the coronavirus pandemic, so there was virtually nobody. I mean, obviously, local residents and people who live in Kyoto were there, but it was normal kind of thing. But now I hear that stores are, very threadbare. And so where do these guys replenish their stock? Well, obviously, they've got channels to purchase games themselves. Obviously, people sell games to Surugaya and all this kind of stuff. But some places will definitely... I mean, there's a second-hand store in Kashihara. I can't remember the name of it now. Otakara, something or the other, probably. But it's... it was always okay. But they used to have an amazing range of PlayStation stuff. Between the start of the year and when I went back there about in September, October time, 2/3 of it had gone. So much of this stock had gone. And it must be buyers coming in from Osaka, which is only about an hour's drive away, just buying it up for their stores because, they need the stock. Because I was shocked the difference in Surugaya, in Denden Town, Osaka. I just popped in there because I was getting the flight the next day. This was 2.5 years ago. It was normal. It was a little bit picked over, but it was all right. Went back about 6 months or so after that. It was virtually empty. It's scary. I didn't know your wife was Japanese, Chris. Sorry, did I miss that somewhere? Your kids go to Japanese school on Saturdays. I do get to experience the heart of Book of New Tokyo next to Makuhari, where Tokyo Game Show is held. Oh, yeah. Japanese school on Saturday. Wow, that's pretty cool. I usually go to Japanese class on Saturday as well, but it's not on now until the next year, so after the New Year, so... Yeah, and Pokemon is a game that the Game Boy games have become obscenely expensive. Stupid, really, because games that used to be, 300 yen, in all of those stores, in massive supply, and now in glass cases at 4,000 yen plus. It's just, they know what they've got, they know what they're doing, so... Yeah, obviously I don't live anywhere near Tokyo, never really have. I haven't been to Tokyo for nearly 3 years. So I don't really know what's going on up there. I've got no problem with Tokyo, but obviously if you're coming here and you like retro games, there's no harm in going to places like Akihabara and Ikebukuro and Nakano Broadway, but it's it's expensive, so they go to Japan school in Acton, London. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, yeah, depending on where my future career path lays, somewhere between teaching the little kids that I currently teach, cleaning toilets, driving a bus, or maybe teaching Japanese. Who knows? It is something that I'm thinking of doing in the future, is teaching Japanese. So, yeah. I've got a little way to go myself still, but dandan to nihongo narete kimashita ne. Okay, let's move on to checking the total, because I want to get on with playing some more games. I'm going to take a comfort break for a moment. So let's just check the target. We're still at £505. That's still amazing. £500,000. That's incredible, isn't it? Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to replay the Rubbish Heap guys who introduced the stream. And I'll be back in about 3 or 4 minutes. So, see you in a moment when we'll play some Super Famicom, I think. So.
Mina, welcome back to a rubbish heap. Not the rubbish heap, which is my channel, but a rubbish heap by the name of Vix in Japan. Looking at this channel to review it, I can honestly say that what on earth is this all about? It seems to be the machinations of some mad woman that can't make up her mind, because 1 minute she seems to be living in a van, and sometimes she's talking about old video games like me, but then spends 50 minutes talking about it. It was about as interesting as watching a repeat of Bargain Hunt or Homes Under the Hammer. In other words, a real dullard. And going by the standard of her Japanese, nearly incomprehensible both to non-Japanese speakers and speakers alike. I have to give this channel 1 star out of 5, or poor on the rubbish heap rating scheme. Or I would. Then I noticed she's also a skater, and us skaters stick up for each other. So I decided that the Vix in Japan channel deserves 2 stars, or fair, on the rubbish heap scale. I think it would be unfair to rate it as good, as I've listened to some of it. Anyway, jokes aside, welcome to this charity fundraising scheme on the Vix in Japan channel. I'm Saki, and I'm not alone tonight because my good buddies are here too.
Hey folks, yeah, I'm Hisao. As this stream is in aid of charity and one that I know is close to many hearts, I really wanted to help out.
And I'm Kaito. I'd love to say that I'm wearing this dopey hat to raise money for the charity, but actually I just won it at a game centre the other month.
I don't think I've seen you out of it since. Anyway, today's stream is all in aid of raising some much-needed funds for the Force Cancer charity based in Exeter, Devon in England. They help people go through cancer as well as support their families with much-needed help, such as counselling, physiotherapy, massages, wig fitting, advice clinics, and also help fund research and cancer treatment-related equipment, and so much more. And cancer really is a bitch.
Sure is, Saki. Most of us will know someone who has been through cancer or is going through it, and during these times there is so much more support needed than just medical care, and this is a charity that I know is dear to our hearts.
And that's exactly why we're helping out Vix tonight, because recently, unfortunately, her mum was diagnosed for the 3rd time with cancer. And sadly, this time, it's stage 4, otherwise known as terminal cancer. With her mum and the family having used Force's services for both in the past and again this time around. That's why she wants us to help, as she tries to raise a bit of money for their invaluable work.
I hope through playing some awesome retro video games live from Japan, we can raise a few pennies for this charity.
Kaito, but we're not playing the games.
Huh?
Nope, we're just here to introduce the stream. Vix is going to play them instead.
But I brought these 5 bangers from Konami to enjoy.
And I dug out 5 awesome games from Capcom to play.
No can do, boys. We're in for a quiet night in.
Oh, well, that sucks.
Hey, I've got an idea, guys.
What's that?
Well, why don't we do a Christmas special over on the Real Rubbish Heap channel and put out a Capcom vs Konami episode over there?
Oh my god, that is such a sick idea.
Rad, Hisso. So I can do the Konami games.
I'll do the Capcom games.
And I can do fitness.
No, Saki, I've got a much better idea than that. You judge each category after listening to our opinions and decide which is best, the Capcom or the Konami title in each genre.
You're right, that is even better than fitness.
I'm confused.
Oh, Kaito, don't worry. Just play the games and give us your opinions, dude.
The other week, he thought a bloody dragonfly was a mini helicopter.
To be fair...
No, Kaito, what was said was said.
Anyway, let's get on with it whilst this stream is underway, and we can put out the Capcom vs Konami video out on the Rubbish Heap channel next week on Friday, December 20th. I'm sure there will be a link in the video description to us.
Rad! Anyway, Mina, we really hope you enjoy tonight's stream from Vix in Japan, and we hope that together we can raise some money for a very worthwhile cause, whilst enjoying some games played live on the Sega Saturn, Game Boy, Super Famicom, PC Engine, and much more besides. Anyway, donate and all of that shit. The links are in the description to the Just Giving charity fundraising page. Bye for now.
Okay, I I think everything's all back. So, hey Josh, hope you're doing well. Yes, Chris, all the voices for the Rubbish Heap are done by myself. I use something called 11 Labs, I think it's called, to change the voices. Something that my patrons help fund, essentially, because obviously it's not free. But I'm trying to make a good shot of trying to hopefully figure out my way forward with work and all the rest of it, with maybe the Rubbish Heap one day becoming a little bit of a source of income. Obviously it earns nothing at the moment really, but it piggybacks off the back of just the single Patreon essentially, and so that money just helps pay for subscriptions to various things that I use to obviously do all this kind of stuff, whether it's Photoshop and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of what does that. So yeah, but otherwise it's me. I do all the voiceover, I edit it all, and then it's all converted, and then yeah. But I think you saw the video that explains the rest of the production process, so I don't need to recount that. So okay, so let's move on to let's play some Super Famicom. Okay, so this is TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Warriors as it was called in Japan, Tournament Fighters otherwise. Interestingly, if I let this play a bit, it does actually say the Tournament Fighters here. So I'm just going to change the options a bit, because I've only really been playing this game this week, or the last couple of weeks maybe, and against the computer it's actually gets quite tough quite soon, so if I turn it down a bit it might actually make some progress, but it's actually pretty good. So I'll be the guys they don't exist, they'll be oh, that's the demo mode. They'll be covering this game on the Rubbish Heap next week, so she doesn't need to swear. Oh well, that's sucky for you. It is pretty decent, Spud. Yeah, not too bad. Yep, so let's go and win some prize money. Okay. It's not as good as Street Fighter 2 Turbo, but it's pretty good.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see if I can remember the special moves. There you go. It's got one in that. Ah! There you go. Ah! Try and get the... Oh, there we go. Got him.
Round two. Fight. Shining cutter. Endless screw. Endless screw. Oh. Shining cutter. Shining cutter. Shining cutter. Oh. Shining cutter. Endless screw. Oh. Endless screw. Shining cutter.
Ah! He's got me. No, this is the real car, Tim. I'll show you it when I finish playing. So, I don't actually have an EverDrive for my Super Famicom, so, or EverDriv. There you go. Would you mind to... Oh God, just jumping about all the time. Let me get hold of you. There we go, got him. The game volume is a little bit low. Let me just turn it up. Thanks for the feedback. Okay, I've just tweaked it a little bit. Let me know if that's any better. Oscar, okay. Well, is that Oscar or Asker? I'd imagine they meant Oscar.
Round
I
one.
might be wrong.
Fight. Shining cutter. Shining cutter. Shining cutter.
Oh. Yeah, got it.
Let's kick down.
It's better, thanks Tim. Yeah, hopefully the balance is alright. So, yeah, the sprite work is really good in this. This is probably, well, I don't want to say too much because obviously it is coming up on a rubbish heap, but this is probably Konami's best one-on-one fighter that they made, in my book. There's the one thing that I don't think Konami did very well, generally speaking. There we go. She was quite easy to dispatch, so.
Let's kick down.
But yeah, it's pretty fun, Phil. Yeah, Smuggy Bear. The Genesis or the Mega Drive version is not good at this. It's quite pants. This is the only good version of the game. It did 8-bit joystick, you're right. This is the best version to play, the Japanese version of this. There are a few little tweaks to it, which make it worth playing. You can also have the second palette of the characters as well, so appeal to local tastes. Yes.
Round one.
Oh, this might be a little bit tougher.
Endless screw. Endless screw.
Usually the other turtles are quite tough to fight against in this game. Circo Portal, which was Konami's game centres. Back in the 90s and maybe early 2000s. There we go. What I really like about this game, not that it's a problem on Street Fighter 2 on the Super Famicom or Super Nintendo, but
Round two.
it doesn't use the shoulder button, so you've only got standard and strong or fierce punches. So it makes the control just that little bit smoother in some cases. He's kicking my ass this time. He's got me. Yeah, Capcom were definitely and still are the kings of this this genre, but it surprised me because, like you say, Capcom were pretty awesome when it came to beat-em-ups or belt scrollers, and you'd have just thought that some of that would have translated to one-on-one fighters, but it just never seemed to, so. I got him, yes, I've got him. Yeah, I agree. 8-bit joystick. Again, watch out for that video on the rubbish heap very soon. So, the only thing that lacks is the 2-player option, but it's still very, very good. I certainly rate it, that's for sure. Armagon, okay. I think some of these characters only ever appeared in the comics. I don't remember them in the animated series, so... Oh, of course, this dude's... It's never going to work. Okay. Ooh, pretty close this one. Oh, got him. That was close.
Round 2, fight! Endless screw! Endless screw! Shining cutter! Shining cutter! Endless screw! Shining cutter!
Oh, it's so close. Just keep whacking him. I know he's going to defend those attacks, but... Ah. Yes, got my special out. Yeah, it feels more like an SNK game, yeah, because of the 4 face buttons. Yeah, I think that is a strong point of this game. Ah, maybe sell the action figures in the US. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm not hugely knowledgeable about the lore on TMNT, if I'm honest. I did watch a little bit when I was little, but it was never my favourite. I was more into things like Rescue Rangers and that kind of stuff. Chip and Dale. The standard kick is the best in this particular bonus round. Should get perfect. Yeah. 8:10 now in Japan, by the way. So, yeah. Oh, Leo versus Leo. This will be confusing. Yeah, Shredder was a cool design, Chris, and in this version, he's Cyber Shredder, so which is really cool. That's the exact attack that I'm trying to get out right now. Shit. He's got me. Yeah, Chip and Dale is awesome on the NES or the Famicom, so... Yada. Shit. I think he's gonna get me, you know. No, he's got me. Couldn't quite get my rhythm against myself. Well, it says I won. Sort of. An awful LCD game, that does sound awful. Yeah, if you press start on the Japanese version of this, you get the palette swap version of the characters, which is cool. I don't think that's in the Western version, so...
Round one. Fight!
So I'm now the murky green coloured not Donatello, Leo, sorry. Can't get the special out. Oh no, I'm dazed. One thing I've noticed is it doesn't seem to be the ability to he's got me. To sort of more rapidly undaze yourself in this game, unlike Street Fighter 2, where you can hammer the buttons when you're dazed to recover quicker. This game doesn't seem to have that, so... I'm really doing poorly against myself. Oh, no. I'm done for. Oh, no. I lose again. That's no good. Okay, we'll play one more round to this and we'll move on to something else. So, still on the Super Famicom though. We'll go back to being bright green.
Round one. Fight! Shining cutter! Shining cutter! Shining cutter! Shining cutter! Shining cutter! Shining cutter! Shining cutter!
I just can't get the special out for some reason. Thanks for dropping in, Tim, and thank you so much for your extremely kind donation, and lovely to see you. Speak to you soon, okay? Take care of yourself and lots of love to all the family. Oh, now I'm dazed again. No, he's got me again. I think that is what he's saying, Chris, actually. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is shiny cutter. I'd have to check the manual, so... which I don't have to hand right this minute, but I think that's what he's saying. Alright, one last go and then we'll move on to something else on the Super Famicom, so...
Round one. Fight! Shining cutter! Endless screw!
Gosh, good at getting hold of me.
Shining cutter! 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 Shining cutter!
Last, I seem to be getting the actual special out.
Endless screw! Shining cutter! Shining cutter!
Spoke too soon. Well, it seemed to come out in a dazed state quicker that time, but is that because he knocked me out? Oh, don't think I'm going to beat him.
Fight! Endless screw! Shining cutter! Shining cutter!
Oh, come on!
Endless screw! Shining cutter! Shining cutter! Shining cutter! Shining cutter! Shining cutter! Shining cutter! Shining cutter!
Oh, he's got me. That was close. That's as best as I've done, so.
Let's kick it out.
Yeah, projectile spamming cheese. You got it right there. Okay, well that was TMNT Mutant Warriors, or Tournament Fighters as it's known outside of Japan. Let's go with some Kirby no Kira Kira Kizu, or Kirby's, what was it called? Star Stackers, that was it. That's what it was called on the Game Boy. This version was never released outside of Japan for the Super Famicom. Very, very late release, 1999. It was originally on the Satellaview, but Nintendo did a run of a few Super Famicom games that did well on that service. Yeah. So, it's a really good falling block puzzle game. I'm a little bit out of practice on it. I've completed it on the Game Boy. And I've got a reasonable distance with this version as well, but yeah. Lovely presentation as always, so going for that sort of late 90s hand-drawn look that Nintendo was really going for, and still persists to some extent to this day with the Kirby series. Okay, game. Oh, did I just go push start to obviously start the game here? Okay. Challenge round clear. Let's go for round clear. We'll just do guest. We won't register for yeah, just do normal. So yeah, this is quite fun. This I definitely rate it. So but yeah, it's very straightforward. Basically, match up the various little Kirby characters and take down King Dedede. That's who it is, isn't it? To think then for a minute. And the idea is to try and get the stars between the various characters, because that will give you the ability to take out King Dedede. Oh, that's quite a good one. There you go, knocked him out. So, yeah, it's pretty good, this. Obviously, this is on the very basic level. But got to start somewhere. Okay, again, jam that star in there, knock him out straight away. I'm a big puzzle game fan, so not the most exciting game to play, but a little bit of a moment to catch my breath after playing a one-on-one fighter. We'll probably play for another 45 minutes or so, and then I'm going to wrap up the stream. So we'll drop that in there. Do that and that. There we go, got him. Puyo Puyo, yeah, that's sort of in a similar vein to this. A game that I love as well, so I was always a big fan of Puyo Puyo 2. I love that wordplay. We'll drop that one in there. Oh, didn't make a match, but we still cleared it, so. Okay, let's continue. Round 5. You see it gave me a hint now. I think that's because I pushed down on the keypad, but it doesn't do that throughout the game. So there you go, that'll make a pair there, and then that'll drop some more stars down and clear the stage. So you want to, that's the kind of aim, is to try and do it as quick as possible, because obviously the blocks will eventually stack up, and as you might imagine, if they get to the top of the well, that's the end of you kind of thing. So let's try dropping that in there. It's not going to clear it though, because there's nothing to bridge the gap. So let's just drop those there. Rise from your well. Sorry, that's a bad joke. Okay, we're finally getting a little bit more interesting now, so there we are. That'll make at least a little bit of a link up there, so but we won't clear anything, so that doesn't matter, that was enough to take him out. There we go. Drop that one in there. That'll make a little bit of a chain, not much, but a little bit of one. There we go. There we go, got him. So yeah, this is, I really enjoy this. The Game Boy version is much, much cheaper. And still really, really good, so yeah. Well worth tracking down, I think, so. Just try and clear a bit of this away. I can't make any, I haven't really got any stars to do anything with at the moment, so. Oh, that was not too bad. What is the newest console that I consider to be retro? Good question. I'd probably say PlayStation 3, probably. I almost bought a PlayStation 3 some years ago. You know, once they were obviously discontinued and that, but because I really wanted to play Ni no Kuni. This is before, obviously, I started studying Japanese. And obviously there was a really good version for it on the PS3. But obviously these days it's not that difficult to find a version that you can play, so yeah, so I'd probably say PS3. I know some people would disagree with that, but when was that launched? 2006 in Japan? So it's nearly 20 years ago, believe it or not. And I think people would have considered a PS1 retro when I used to still play my PS1 back in the mid-2000s even, so the PS1 was only, what, 10 or so years old at that time, and it was definitely, some people were saying, oh, you're playing on a retro PlayStation, when I was still playing on it in the early 2010s, so I'd say PS3, Xbox 360, that kind of era. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'd be interested to see what a slightly younger person would say. I mean, I have obviously zero nostalgia for the PS3. I wasn't, and I was still, like I say, using my original PlayStation at the time. I think I had a PS2 as well. Still, I must have done. I think it went wrong though around about that time. So, but the PS1 kept on working. So, but I did have a PS2 at the time. But it, like I say, it was one of the fat ones, and it developed a fault with the CD-ROM or DVD-ROM drive. So I kept on playing my PS1 until my big old CRT TV died in the around about 2012, 2013, and then I didn't play games for about 5 or so years after that. I was too busy running my own business, so and then that all changed when I started doing this channel, what, 6 years or so ago, 7 years ago? I think it's nearly 7 years, isn't it? 2018. Yeah, that's about right, isn't it? Time flies. 8-bit joystick would also include the Wii U. And the Wii, yeah, the Wii as well I would include, because that's sort of like a similar generation, isn't it? So, oh, nice little combo there. Yeah, so that era, I don't have any nostalgia whatsoever for that era. Like I say, I was pretty much out of playing games by that stage. I was still playing random games on my PlayStation, like I say, like Doom, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, Soviet Strike. I really enjoyed that, actually. That was quite good. Okay, so we played through all of the round clarinets, so let's move up to the Taihen serious level. We'll play just a little bit more of this, but yeah, there's a lot more to this game than what you're seeing here, but you can see it's sped up quite considerably, so yeah. This is a little bit of a challenge for me, because I haven't played this for a while, so there we go. Oh. Oh yeah, we might clear some stuff, yeah. Okay. It's a little bit of a link up there, but not much of one. Just pause that a moment. Yeah, I guess so, 8-bit joystick. Like I said, I wasn't really keeping tabs on anything with regards to gaming around that time. I remember playing a Wii once when I went to Google's offices in London around about 2007, 2008, sometime around then. But that was, in fact, that's probably the only time I've ever played a Wii. And it might shock some of you, but... So, yeah, I don't have any real nostalgia for those systems, so... doesn't mean there isn't games that I don't want to play on that system, though, so... Oh, I thought I made a link up there, but I didn't. I think I might lose this round. It's all got a little bit hectic. No, I don't think I can. Yeah. No, ain't gonna do it, is it? Oh my god. No! No, didn't do it. Yeah, I'm the same, Smuggy Bear. The only modern console I have is the Switch. Phil says that he managed to get halfway through Ni no Kuni despite the language barrier. Yeah, I've played a bit of it. I do understand it, but I've just not had the time to really sit down and play the rest of it. Maybe I'll take it with me on vacation and play it then. So, Chris agrees with 8-Bit Joy's opinion on what's considered retro. Smuggy Bear had Soviet Strike for the Saturn, never even knew it was on that, so... What was the purpose of my visit to Google, asked Spud? Back in the day, I don't know if they still do them. I used to do sort of website stuff. Never something I really particularly enjoyed, but it was a wage. And to help brush up on my skills, I used to go to things called bar camps, I think they were called. And one of them was held at Google in London, so... Yeah, they wouldn't let somebody like me in otherwise. Okay, well that's Kirby no Kira Kira Kizu. Let's go on to... Should we play one more Super Famicom game before finishing up on the PlayStation? Yeah, let's do that. Let's play some Chomakai Muro or Super Ghouls and Ghosts. We won't get very far, but that doesn't matter, does it? I enjoy playing it. Yeah, I mean, obviously I do play modern games, but yeah, Switch really. But because obviously I've been doing a lot of work on the Rubbish Heap for this year really. Let's just refresh the total actually, just before we go on with that. £515, that's amazing. Fantastic. Wow, thank you everybody. Yeah, I don't know anything about the modern PlayStation stuff. Doesn't really appeal to me. PS4 seems pretty decent now. PS5 literally does nothing for me. Same thing with the Xbox stuff, but I was never really an Xbox gamer, so... Kids of a Switch are only allowed to use it in Japanese. Well, it's good practice. I mean, pretty much all of my consoles are all set to Japanese language, so obviously what we're playing now is the language is determined by the cartridge, but yeah. 8-Bit Joystick asks, so what is my favourite Japanese food and has it changed since I've lived in Japan? Has it changed? I don't think it's changed. I think the only thing that's changed about my taste in food since I came to Japan is that I now hate tomato ketchup even more than I did before, and I didn't like it before I came to Japan, but I use tomato ketchup in a lot of stuff here and I don't like it. It's horrible. They use it in soups and stuff and it's grim. So I just still don't like things like natto. Can't abide by that, but I like pretty much all Japanese food, so I don't think it's changed. But my favourite is probably tempura. That's fantastic. Yeah, so yeah, tempura don. Yeah, rice bowl. That's great. Or tempura teishoku. I really like things like miso soup and obviously rice and stuff. So yeah. Michael says, or Mike says, Vectrex is something that appeals to him. Yeah, Tim Sanjian, who was just on here, and I think all of the guys at the Pixel Guiding podcast, I think they all have Vectrexes, and I managed to play on his Vectrex, Tim's Vectrex, a couple of years ago, and yeah, it was fantastic. Eight-Bit Joystick says that he's pretty much stopped playing modern games because of the YouTube channel he's started. Yeah, I know the feeling. I'm hoping over Christmas and New Year I'm going to get a bit more chance to play on the Switch because I do have a lot of stuff that I really want to play on that. I really want to get into Bomb Funk Cyber Rush or Cyber Funk Bomb. I forget what it's called now. But you know, the Jet Set Grind, Jet Set Radio sort of style game. I picked that up a while back, and also really need to get into Zelda Breath of the Wild. Still not started that yet, so I think that's probably going to be my Christmas gaming. I've eaten something in Japan that can only describe me like frog swarm. Ikura, the salmon eggs. Is it red? If it's ikura, Ikura's really nice. Love ramen. Yeah, I would probably only eat ramen or udon during the winter. It's just too hot during the summer. That's when I would switch over to something like somen or hiyashichuka, cold Chinese style noodles. That's really awesome. We played with the Vectrex at the cave and was very impressed with So Smooth. Yeah, it is. Oh, you've been to the cave as well, Spud. Nice. Yeah, beautiful graphics. I don't think I would ever want a Vectrex. I'm not proficient when it comes to hardware and repairs. I'm okay, but you know, I can modify a Game Boy, but beyond that, that's my limit. So if like surface mount stuff goes wrong, I can't fix it. I obviously can't diagnose technical problems either. So if something stops working, I have to take it to somebody. So something like a Vectrex is something that I think requires a bit of tinkering from time to time. Yeah, it's not my forte. Although that said, this will be appearing on the Rubbish Heap, not the Rubbish Heap, the main channel at some point. A nice pea-coloured PlayStation. But if you look at the back of it, some of you might spot what's unusual about it. Well, not unusual, but what's interesting about it. Because this is a 1994 launch model PlayStation. This is an SCPH 1000. The only one that has the S-Video jack on the back of it. And I picked this up in hard off last weekend for 330 yen. As expected, the CD drive was not properly functional because the early CD drives on PlayStations were rubbish. But I managed to get it working by turning it on the side, so I knew the console worked. So I bought it, and what I've done is I took a working CD drive out of a spares unit I've got here. It's got a faulty BIOS, so it's completely non-functional. So the CD drive works perfectly fine on it though. That was, I think, maybe an SCPH 5500. So confirmed that I could get it working with that CD drive. So I took the plastic standoffs on the drive chassis, which the later models have, because the metal shielding is a little bit higher in the SCPH 1000. Works fine, works great. So it's now fully functional, and I will retro-bright it. Not salmon roll. Okay, frog spawn. Was it tapioca? Was it like you get sort of? Was it a drink or was it food? If it's food, I'm not entirely sure what it was. But if it was sort of like in a drink, that's probably tapioca. Oh, you go for it quite frequently with your son, so it's perfect excuse to go and indulge. That's cool. That's awesome, Spud. Are you still in Oxfordshire then, I guess? Yeah, it's just really yellowed. It's horrible. It looks like somebody's, taken a leak over it, say. The so-called audiophile version, yeah, I don't know about that. It's supposedly got a good DAC in it, hasn't it? But, yeah. It was food. I don't know what that was then, Chris. That's a new one on me. Didcot. Yeah. That was it, yeah. I forgot the name of the place. Yeah. I suppose it's not that far to go, is it? What, the caves in... Is it Gloucestershire or Wiltshire? I get a little... I mean, it's strange. I used to be... Well, I still am very good at geography, but I get a little bit confused. Okay, let's crack on with some Cholmak Armur or Super Ghouls and Ghosts, and I'm not going to be ashamed to do this. I'm not going to play it that long. But yeah, I really enjoy this game. I just realised I don't actually have any sound myself now, so I don't know why that is. I thought the game had gone quiet. Why have I not got any sound? Oh, maybe it's because it's coming out from the other audio channel. Because obviously, there we go. There we go. Very professional here, isn't it? Yeah, I'm only getting a bit of the sound. Why is that? Don't tell me that my really expensive headphones have... Oh, it's because it's paused, dickhead. Nope, still no sound. Nope, can't hear a dicky bird. Why is that? Oh, it's really hard to play some games when you don't have the audio. I mean, this is plugged directly into the TV, so... Oh, the audio's back now. Or I think my expensive earphones are giving up the ghost. Which is appropriate, isn't it? Oh. Oh well. Did they die? Like I'm about to. Yeah. Oh well. I've lost sound. Oh, it's back now. It might be the TV, to be fair. I very rarely use the headphone jack on this, so I'm going to restart. So, there we go. Did I mean to switch back to the game scene? Thank you. Sorry, I didn't... Professionalism, isn't it? Okay, we're back. Oh, that's cool. That's how you found out about my channel. Yeah, I think Neil showed a couple of my bits and pieces, so that's cool. Okay, we'll skip all the introduction. Right, let's go. Let's see how far I can get before this game annihilates me. That weapon sucks, and I've picked it up. Well done. Just when I moved to Japan. Something like that, wasn't it? I can't remember now, to be honest with you. My memory isn't what it used to be. I used to have such an amazing memory, but it's gone to pot over the years. I hate this weapon. Ah! Giddy giddy! Ah! Yada! Let's see if we can get some. We'll take the scythe. It's not the best weapon, but it'll do. It's better than the. Whatever that is, holy water, or whatever it is. Trick with this game in many ways is to keep moving. Ah! No! means that I've missed my opportunity to get the gold armour. Ah, got the arrow. This is probably my favourite weapon. Ah, damn it. I've got further than you've ever managed. Well, I did set this to beginner and there's no shame in that, so... I usually play don't get that. I almost got it. I have this habit in games where I'm just like, oh, it's a pickup, grab it, and I don't actually think about what I'm doing. Because sometimes you don't want to pick up everything, so... But yeah, I'm a big fan of the Ghosts and Goblins series, so... Not that good at them, but I do enjoy them. And needless to say, this is not a game that I've ever completed, but it is on my to-do list. I think I've gotten to the 4th stage before. That's the only thing, once you get powered up a little bit, sometimes the weapon just swirls around. I should get the gold armor now. Yeah. That means I can do a screen clearing attack by holding down the attack button. Well, supposedly. That zombie didn't seem to be too affected by it. Ah, no, I don't want that. This sucks. Ah. I'll get the shield at least. Would have got the shield. Back to my briefs, it looks like. Oh my god. Oh, I did actually get it. I thought I was a goner then. Ah, that wasn't enough. Double jump. Night Spud, thanks for joining. Really good to hear from you, so take care of yourselves now. Well, now I'm back here. Oh, look, it's me. Was that from the chest? I guess it was. Dagger's not too bad in this game as well. It's the fastest weapon by far. It's more powerful than the double-headed arrow as well, so... it did come from the chest. Let's see if we can get to the 2nd stage at least, eh? Ah! Die! Ah, no! Ah. Oh, no. Playing terrible. Yeah, there is a benefit. So the green armor powers up your weapon. So when I get don't get that. When I get the green armor, you'll notice that the dagger becomes like a more longer sort of attack, like that. so it's was a little bit more able to cross the screen. And then when you get the gold armour, you can take a hit. I'm not used to talking and playing games at the same time. I've obviously very out of practice on that, so and then when you get the gold armour, you can take a hit without losing your armour, and you get the screen clearing attack when you hold down the attack button. So yeah, there is some benefit to collecting it for sure. You can see that the weapon icon changed at the top middle of the screen, so it's definitely in your benefit to get the armour. I'll get this dude first this time. Doing a bit better this time. Just enough to creep underneath him. So yeah, now I'm able to do a supposedly screen clearing attack, like so. I want to get that one because I think it's a shield. Rust. And so with this, the armour, I can now get that hyena or whatever it is from a distance. So well, that was close. Oh no! Oh. Almost got to the halfway point. Okay, we'll make this our last go on this one and then we'll switch over to the PlayStation. Let's go for it. I prefer this weapon. It'd be cool if we got to stage 2, because that, I mean, I can usually do that pretty easily, but ooh, thank God for the jump, double jump. Go away! It's easy to forget about the time limit in this game as well, so should have moved a bit further forwards. Oh well, never mind. It's probably just going to be the demon guy or whatever it is. Oh no, I actually did get the armor this time. Oh, almost made a jump there. I won't bother with that. Oh, I've got... Oh, no, we're okay this time. Okay, we got halfway. Oh, one of my lights has run out of battery. Oh no! I'm looking at the stream. Oh shit, I forgot to kill it. Ah! We'll just see if we can get to the end of the stage, and then we'll switch over to one last game, and then, yeah, I'm going to wrap up the stream, so... I've been going for 3 hours now, this is longer than I thought I would be, so... But there again, might as well make the most of it, because I might not do another stream for another 5 years, so... And I'm not really joking, to be honest with you, but you never know. Ah! Facing the blooming wrong way. Oh. I'm just going to concentrate and not look at the stream at all. Remember this time. Ah, no! Oh, it didn't spawn this time. Ah, no, but that got me though. Ooh. Ah, oh no. Should have just double jumped. Yeah, never saying I'm never going to do a stream again, but yeah, it's the time zone difference is the biggest problem, and also these days I just tend to prefer spending my time playing the games by myself, if I'm honest, but never say never, eh? It's just that I can't do this in the week because I've got work. You know, I get up at 6 AM to go to work, so whereas at the weekends I'm still an early riser. I'm usually always up and about by 6:30, 7 o'clock. So I usually go for my run on Saturday morning as well, which I'm missing this week. That's okay. I don't mind missing it once. Oh my god. But yeah, it's just tricky with the time. What did I do that for? There we go, we should get to the boss now. I'm not going to tempt fate, but Doesn't usually pose too much of a problem. I did just tempt fate then, didn't I? Take a key for coming in. Take a key in order to come in? There we go, we made it to stage 2. So that's pretty cool. Okay, I'll just try and get this to the bit which always gets me. Because there's just one bit in this stage which, I mean obviously the whole stage is difficult, but there's one particular bit of it which is just so tricky to get past. Ah! It's going to make it even more difficult now. Oh! Avoid that one, no, he's going to get me. I'll just try and show you the bit that always catches me up. Well, basically I was there, to be honest with you, just a little bit further on that. If I got to the top of that ladder and got a bit to the right, there's one of the sort of like false treasure chests with the pink dudes in them. Always gets me. I mean, I can get past it, but it just takes way many more deaths than should be necessary, but there's obviously a knack to it that I don't have, so... It's interesting, I never really noticed they get held back by that swinging axe, so... Go, 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 go. Okay, just up here. It's usually best to get this through. Because I think it goes back off at this point. Okay. It's this dude over... I need a dagger, really. Ah, done okay this time. Yeah. Oh yeah. Bye bye. Okay. Go, go, go. Oh, that went okay. Did that bit much better than I did the other day. Oh, you got to know me through the Inuyasha Game Boy tutorial. That's cool. Thanks, Gabriel. Ah! Might be okay. I'm okay. Lucky. Okay, we'll just play a bit more of this, and then when I die, that's when we'll move over to something else. Hope you're doing really well. Thanks for tuning in today. Oh, no, don't want that chest. Ah! Concentrate, concentrate. Ah, I really wanted that chest, but never mind. Ah, no. Ah! No. Okay, we'll give it one more crack, and then we'll move on to the PlayStation, so... That's the problem with this game, it's just so frustrating, but so fun. Oh no! Oh, don't double jump it. Alright, this is the last go. This is the last go. How many times have we said that? Right, let's concentrate a little bit now. Trick is to move forward a decent bit there. Now that will make taking out these guys a little bit easier. So now we've got a homing sort of missile of sorts. Ah! That was a mistake though, obviously. Oh, we've got an extra life for what it's worth. Made to 20,000 points. Ah, left it too late. So Mike asks a good question. I'm going to just move back onto the main screen here. When you get home be with your family, is there any particular foods that you look forward to eating that were not available in Japan? Well, it's not just not available in Japan, but I can't afford or can't cook here in Japan. So pizza was probably one of them. I know it sounds really boring, but what I would do for just a good pepperoni pizza, I know I could go to Domino's here, but I can't really afford it. So I could, but I just choose to spend my money other ways. I mean, I couldn't do it all the time if I did do that, but I don't really like Domino's pizza that much anyway. So I mean, there's Pizza Hut here as well, but similar kind of thing. And there are good pizza restaurants here, but it's not something I can do on a regular basis. So pizza is definitely one of them. A nice indigenous British food. But the other one has got to be fish and chips, to be honest with you. Obviously the fish in Japan is amazing. And there are some very, close things to sort of like battered cod. I mean, Miyako, where I used to live, rather ironically, is one of the biggest places for landing tara, which is Japanese for cod. So I did have some there, but the so-called chips, the sort of the really fat cut, potato fries or fried potatoes or whatever you want to call them, French fries. I think they do exist in some places in Japan, but they're not common. So I'd have to say that, fish and chips with mushy peas. Okay, good question. The Hub English pub does fish and chips, so it's not the same. Yeah, I've never been to the Hub. I mean, when I first moved to Japan, I was living in an extremely rural area. I think the nearest Hub might have been in Sendai. I don't think there was one in Morioka, but I might be wrong about that. Within a year or so moving to Japan, I stopped drinking. So alcohol, that is. Obviously, I still drink water and coffee and stuff, but so that was almost 4 years ago now. Why am I turning that off? I'm not sure where the nearest one of those is to here. Probably Nagoya or Osaka. Might be one in Nara. If there's one in Nara, that's probably the closest. There may be one in Tsu or Yokkaichi, which it's just not somewhere I look out for. I have walked past one in Nagoya though, so that's why my mind immediately went to there. So, what should we play? Which one? Let's play some Ridge Racer Type 4 to start with. Just a couple of... Oh, it's already in there. So, P-Wet. Yeah, sushi is amazing. I mean, obviously, I do have sushi maybe a couple of times a month because that's not too unaffordable here. That's, you can eat really well at Hammer Sushi here for about 1,000 yen. So, and that's reasonable in my book, because you can have a few plates of sushi. You can usually have a side like a noodle bowl of some description, some form of udon or ramen or soba, or you can have French fries if you really want them. And they also do desserts as well. So for about 1,000 yen, I can usually eat really well there. So, okay, let's switch over. Oh, it's the same channel as the Super Famicom's on. So let's switch over here. Actually, I'm just going to take a comfort break. So I'll just play the Rubbish Heap video again because, well, I spent a long time making it. I know you've all seen it, but at least it's something better than looking at nothing. So see you in a moment.
Mina, welcome back to a Rubbish Heap. Not the Rubbish Heap, which is my channel, but a Rubbish Heap by the name of Vix in Japan. Looking at this channel to review it, I can honestly say that what on earth is this all about? It seems to be the machinations of some mad woman that can't make up her mind, because one minute she seems to be living in a van, and sometimes she's talking about old video games like me, but then spends 50 minutes talking about it. It was about as interesting as watching a repeat of Bargain Hunt or Homes Under the Hammer. In other words, a real dullard. And going by the standard of her Japanese, nearly incomprehensible both to non-Japanese speakers and speakers alike. I have to give this channel 1 star out of 5, or poor on the Rubbish Heap rating scheme. Or I would. Then I noticed she's also a skater, and us skaters stick up for each other. So I decided that the Vix in Japan channel deserves 2 stars, or fair, on the Rubbish Heap scale. I think it would be unfair to rate it as good, as I've listened to some of it. Anyway, jokes aside, welcome to this charity fundraising scheme on the Vix in Japan channel. I'm Saki, and I'm not alone tonight because my good buddies are here too.
Hey folks, yeah, I'm Hisao. As this stream is in aid of charity and one that I know is close to many hearts, I really wanted to help out.
And I'm Kaito. I'd love to say that I'm wearing this dopey hat to raise money for the charity, but actually I just won it at a game centre the other month.
I don't think I've seen you out of it since. Anyway, today's stream is all in aid of raising some much-needed funds for the Force Cancer charity based in Exeter, Devon in England. They help people go through cancer as well as support their families with much-needed help, such as counselling, physiotherapy, massages, wig fitting, advice clinics, and also help fund research and cancer treatment-related equipment, and so much more. And cancer really is a bitch.
Sure is, Saki. Most of us will know someone who has been through cancer or is going through it, and during these times there is so much more support needed than just medical care, and this is a charity that I know is dear to our hearts.
And that's exactly why we're helping out Vix tonight, because recently, unfortunately, her mum was diagnosed for the 3rd time with cancer. And sadly, this time, it's stage 4, otherwise known as terminal cancer. With her mum and the family having used Force's services for both in the past and again this time around. That's why she wants us to help, as she tries to raise a bit of money for their invaluable work.
I hope through playing some awesome retro video games live from Japan, we can raise a few pennies for this charity.
Kaito, but we're not playing the games.
Huh?
Nope, we're just here to introduce the stream. Vix is going to play them instead.
But I brought these 5 bangers from Konami to enjoy.
And I dug out 5 awesome games from Capcom to play.
No can do, boys. We're in for a quiet night in.
Oh, well, that sucks.
Hey, I've got an idea, guys.
What's that?
Well, why don't we do a Christmas special over on the Real Rubbish Heap channel and put out a Capcom vs Konami episode over there?
Oh my god, that is such a sick idea.
Rad, Hisso. So I can do the Konami games.
I'll do the Capcom games.
And I can...
No, Saki, I've got a much better idea than that. You judge each category after listening to our opinions and decide which is best, the Capcom or the Konami title in each genre.
You're right, that is even better than fitness.
I'm confused.
Oh, Kaito, don't worry. Just play the games and give us your opinions, dude.
The other week he thought a bloody dragonfly was a mini helicopter.
To be fair,
No, Kaito, what was said was said.
Anyway, let's get on with it whilst this stream is underway, and we can put out the Capcom vs Konami video out on the Rubbish Heap channel next week on Friday, December 20th. I'm sure there will be a link in the video description to us.
Rad! Anyway, Mina, we really hope you enjoyed tonight's stream from Vix in Japan, and we hope that together we can raise some money for a very worthwhile cause, whilst enjoying some games played live on the Sega Saturn, Game Boy, Super Famicom, PC Engine, and much more besides. Anyway, donate and all of that shit. The links are in the description to the Just Giving charity fundraising page. Bye for now.
Okay, right, I'm back. So let's move on to PlayStation. So let's just switch this over and pray silence for the national anthem. I don't think there's a better startup sound to any system than the original PlayStations. So let's play a bit of Ridge Racer Type 4. There you go. We'll skip the FMV, but it's one of the best FMVs on the system if you ask me. I'll just do the Grand Prix for what it's worth. Just because you get a bit more going on, so.
Welcome to the Real Racing Roots.
Just blast through this bit. Yep, I know how it all works. I will go with the Mappy team just because it's easy to control, so. There it is. Yoku kite yo atte na, there you go. 私はソフィーチャーシュバイエ blah 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 blah. Nani? Great story. 4社の自動車メーカーのうち1社と決定ができます。Okay, we'll go with Terrazzi. Yeah, me too. Same thing, Chris. I was blown away by it as well. That and Daytona USA. Both sort of similar about the time frame, so. Okay, yeah. 新車もまずはレース。Okay, let's start. Of course, it has to be Pearl Blue Soul.
Real Racing Roots 99 in Helter Skelter. 3, 2, 1, go! Here we go! It's showtime! 2 laps to go.
You have a talent for dubbing the text. Oh yeah, no, that was a perfect translation. Ah, misjudged that completely. Yeah, no, that was fluent Japanese, I'm sure you'll all agree, so I could have read it out properly to you, but in the interest of actually playing the game, if I remember rightly, she's just saying, oh, you've chosen me to race for your team, really? And it just goes on about basically all of the rules for qualification and choosing from 4 car makers and all that kind of stuff, so it's nothing too interesting, to be honest with you. Well, as it stands, we'll qualify because we're in 3rd place, so I'm sure we can get first. This car is really slow though. I mean, you can basically just like hardly ever use the brakes with it, but man, it's slow. But it does grip incredibly well, so still, it's good that there is a really sort of easy option in this game if you just want to play it casually. You've got somebody who's learning the ropes, because going back to the original Ridge Racer now is still fun, but yeah, the drift mechanics in it are interesting. Should be able to overtake them. Ah! No! We might catch them. Maybe not. Ah, it's because I hit... Yeah... We would have got first, I'll say. Oh well. We'll go on to the next stage. We'll play the next one because it's a really beautiful stage. I mean, the whole game is beautiful, but...あー、残念。ちょっと届かなかったわね。あと1周あれば勝ってたんじゃない。Sorry, I shouldn't. トナード監督、バババババ。このままのムは落ち。なんとかして。It's really good, isn't it? My dubbing. Wonder Hill in Fukuoka. That's right. I remembered it was in Fukuoka, but I couldn't remember the name of the track. So, start. Yeah, it probably does look like that, Mike, but that's probably more about my gameplay skills than anything, so...
3, 2, 1, go! Here we go! It's showtime! Let's go!
I feel like I'm driving around in sort of like, I don't know. Well, Roland actually, more than anything. I mean, obviously a little bit less on the drifting side maybe, but yeah, it has the same sort of sense of speed. Bless him. Well, obviously it's not really him, it's a van, but... Ah! God, really dark. I can barely see. I recently turned down the brightness on the TV because it was a bit too bright in the game that I was playing, Popular Price. But now it's really dark in this game, so I might need to tweak that, so you can barely see the track in some sections, so I just realised I'm just playing this with digital controls, I'm not using the analog sticks. Ah! Just pulled that back. Still, seems like I'm driving the proper Japanese way by driving through tunnels without my headlights on. That's not true. Most people do put their lights on in tunnels here. It's just driving in the dark when they don't turn their headlights on. It's amazing the amount of cars I see driving about in the dark here with no lights on it. Yeah. You sometimes see the police at the side of the road actually asking people to switch their lights on. So it is a bit of a problem. Ah! Oh no, he's got me again. Okay. Oh, now I can't see where I'm going. I think straight ahead. There we go. Soundtrack in this game is absolutely brilliant. Captures the era so well. And stuff that I'd still listen to, obviously, to this day, so... Can't see... Oh, just about to see again. That's good. Okay. Will we get second? I don't think so, but no. Don't quite have the legs for it. Ooh, it's close though. Oh, are you really? That's interesting. Yeah, who would have thought that, Mike? Yeah, I know a lot of cars are exported out of Japan, so... But from the UK, that's interesting. Okay, well that's Ridge Racer Type 4. Let's move on to something else now, because rapidly moving towards wrapping up this stream, I think. So it's 9:30 in the morning now, and I've got a lot on today, so I haven't got to go out anywhere today, but I've got a lot of work to do on the next rubbish heap video, so and I do need to take a little bit of a rest after this, because we'll see. Been going since 6 AM here, so I was at work all week this week, 5 days obviously, the normal. So I just need a little bit of a rest before going back to work on Monday, so because I'm hoping to skate tomorrow, so. Roland is indeed a cool little van, yeah. Yeah. Past his Shaken, his every 2 years, is it biannual, do you call that? Biannual checkup, so Kikaku Seikaku Seibu Kaihatsu ne. Okay, we'll just play a bit of ride-in project. We'll just play the first ride-in. Usually play this on the Hori fighting stick that I picked up not so long back, so playing this on a controller is probably going to be a bit interesting. We're not going to play for 9 credits probably, but we'll just whack a few credits. You can then set them anytime you want in this game anyway, so works very much like an arcade. So, very early release and a fantastic release at that. A little bit overlooked these days, I think, yes. We'll go for the spread shot for what it's worth. So, well, it feels really stiff controlling this with a controller. I'm used to the manoeuvrability of using the joystick. I mean, it's still great, don't get me wrong, but I'm just not used to the feel of it, so... But yeah, this is a really, really wonderful shoot 'em up. I prefer it to sort of a lot of the Toa Plan sort of shooters that are in a similar sort of vein to this kind of style of game. I just find it more fun, so it's not easy though, that's for sure. Ooh, that was close. Ah, didn't move out of time. Hello, Sire. I hope you're well. Ah! Oh no. Why did I do that? Because I'm back down to the pea shooter, I'll be better off with the laser weapon. At least I think it's a laser, so... Used a bit more of my bomb than I usually do, but oh well, in the interest of showing something a bit more than just the first stage in this game. I really want to switch back to the spread shot for this stage, so... Well, at least that's what I think I prefer anyway, so... Even though it's a weaker weapon, it just makes some sections of the stage a little bit more manageable, so... Ah, no, I saw it and I still went for it. Ah. Oh, okay, we'll get the laser. Just upgrade the weapon a bit. yeah, this is a really great shmup on the PlayStation. One I really enjoy. So, don't like the homing missile so much. Just let that change. Ooh, that was a bit close. Ah! Well, I don't like it when you don't get the planes in time because they shoot backwards like that. Damn it. Okay, that's a little bit better, isn't it? A little bit better. Should be able to get past this bit now. Strip these planes here. Okay, that's a bit better. Oh, I didn't really want that, but never mind. Ah! Maybe it wasn't such a bad idea. Ah, should have just kept moving. I hesitated for a second there. Okay, we'll play for one more continue, I think, and then we'll wrap things up. Ah. It's obviously pitying me, it gave me the fully powered up spread shot. Didn't get a chance to play any Game Boy stuff today, sorry. I picked out a couple of games that we could play, but maybe another time, eh? Ooh, that was close. Boss incoming. I forget which boss it is. Oh, it's this one. Yeah, we got it. I like how it gives you just that little bit at the end of the stage. It's just like, you're not done yet. Love the music in this game as well. Ooh, that was close. Almost got me. Chanced it a bit there. Not that it makes any difference collecting those power-ups now, apart from the points bonus obviously, but it's only just so I don't collide in it and get the laser, so which I don't really want at the moment. I'm quite happy with the spread shot, so I thought that got me then. Oh, that was lucky. Oh, couldn't avoid that. Go with the laser just a bit stronger in my current precarious state. Oh. Got the double weapon. Oh no. Okay, last life. And that's about as far as we're going to go with not just that game, but the stream in general, everybody. So let's go back here. Oh, I feel exhausted now. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's or this morning's stream, depending where you are in the world. Obviously, it's the morning here. I can see the sunlight peeking behind the curtains. Well, I say sunlight, it's probably cloudy and wet today, but yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed the stream. Let's check the total. £605 when last checked. That's just amazing. That is way more than I expected. So if it's gone up from that, I mean, wow. Yeah, so 20 supporters. So yeah, thank you so much for all of your donations. We've had a couple more anonymous ones. $100. Oh my God. Wow. You guys have been way so generous. That's amazing. Thank you so much, everybody. Really, I know that's going to make a massive difference. And yeah, to the work that Force Cancer Care does. You know, it's not just about obviously what's happening with my family and my mum. It's about hopefully making a little bit of difference for anybody who needs their services. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the stream. I know I've enjoyed doing it. I'm not sure when I'll do another one. It's taken me about 5 years to do this one, hasn't it? So I wouldn't count on one happening anytime soon, if I'm honest. But you never know. You never know. Just a lot going on in all sorts of ways. But yeah, to wrap up, I want to wish you all a very festive or merry or whatever it is, holiday season, whatever you're celebrating or not, wherever you might be. You know, I hope you enjoy the end of the year, and want to wish you a very happy new year as well. Thank you so much for all of your support, not just this year, but over all the years that you may have been following me on YouTube and what I do. And yeah, hopefully maybe once in a while I might be able to do this. I have to be a little bit careful because obviously starting at 6 a.m. does mean that I have to keep the volume down a bit because neighbours don't want to become a nuisance neighbour. But yeah, it's been really nice to do this for a change. Feeling quite weary now, so I'm going to take a rest and then crack on with the Rubbish Heap video that I've got coming out at the end of this week, which is the Capcom versus Konami video, so that'll be fun. I think I've pretty much, I have recorded all the gameplay. I've done all the voiceovers, just got to edit down Kaito's voice. That's all good, and then I've got to do all the animation and stuff today, so hopefully I can get that all done today. Because at the end of the week, I'm flying back to see my family for Christmas and New Year's. So I'll keep you posted with what's going on, just in general. If you want to find out a bit more what's going on behind the scenes, obviously I would recommend my Patreon. Not doing a stream to promote that, but I'll just mention that it's there. You can join that for free. I post out something for free every now and then, but if you do want to support it, it's a couple of dollars a month and upwards. That does make a big difference to me being able to do the channel and to help me afford the expenses that I have whilst living in Japan. Pays for the software that I use to do the voices for the Rubbish Heap, pays for licenses to software like Photoshop, Lightroom, which I use heavily, things like Clip Studio, Paint, which I use for the manga stuff, all this kind of stuff. It all helps. So if you're able to have a look at that, that would be very much appreciated, but no worries if not. Thank you so much for joining me. I think Mike's in the chat there. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you so much, Chris, for your support. Yes, we'll try to do some more in the future. And thank you so much as well, Phil. I hope you're keeping well. I hope you enjoyed it all. So I'm going to leave it there, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your donations. Thank you so much for all of your support over the years. And I'm going to leave it there. So have a very, very enjoyable end of the year. And I'll see you in a future video of some sorts, I'd imagine. Take care. Bye-bye, everybody.